All right, today I am going to be attempting to change the filter for my UV system for my well water. Yeah, because it's time to do it. So if you guys have this system yourselves, what you need to do is every 6 months you want to change your filters out. And then every year you want to change the actual light bulb that's inside here that, you know, gets rid of all that bad bacteria and all the stuff you don't want to be inhaling into your body, right? Or ingesting into your body. So, never done this before, haven't researched anything. It looks very, very simple. Usually the plumber, whoever installs this, will leave you, hopefully, with a setup that looks something like this. To loosen is actually to go right, and to tighten is actually to go left. I'm assuming this is going to kind of cause a little bit of a mess. So, what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shut the water supply off right here, right? So, I'm going to shut the water supply off so it sucks some water up through that and in through the in through my sink upstairs, and then basically so that there's only water kind of sitting inside of this. So I am going to turn on the cold water just for a little bit, let some of the pressure out. There we go. I don't really know how much of a mess this is actually going to make, so let's go and wait and see. So again, we're going to loosen this. So if you need to know which replacement filter you need, it's right on your housing, which is right here. So again, just go to your local Home Depot or whatever it is. That's where I went. It was like 20 bucks. Now I might need to use two hands for this. So I'm going to place this right down there. This is probably going to fall on me though here soon. Just like that. Oh. Yep. A little bit of water there, it's still coming out. So again, make sure maybe to have 2 buckets, probably the smart thing. That would be my thing. So yeah, I probably should have had 2 buckets for this. Definitely a good game plan to have 2 buckets for this. So I'm gonna pull this off just like that. In a second. I'm gonna leave this bucket hopefully here. Pick up some of that water. And it's kind of awkward just the way my setup is too. Again, a little bit of water is not a huge deal. It's going to evaporate at some point. But it's good if I start messing with this to have another bucket just so that I can kind of see what's going on with this thing as well. So I'm going to go grab that now. I'll let that kind of trickle out into there. So again, this is a good time to kind of check that again, is this normal to be kind of pulling that much? To kind of be that gross looking? All right, so again, after doing research, after doing this, this can be normal for a well. If you guys notice, it's very dirty. That filter, like I said, I waited 6 months to actually clean it out. I'm going to have to, just based off my well, probably do this every 4 to 3 months. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait the 4 months. I'm going to pull my filter off just like I did right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see what it looks like. Because, again, the filters still work. If you can see that white around the middle, right? It's not really all caked in with iron, but if you guys see that, that is basically all iron right there. Like, it's just very high sediment of iron inside of my well, which is fine. That's why we have these types of filters, right? So that iron actually doesn't get inside. Why it's important to clean this out, like I said, every 4 months, and I'm going to do that from now on, and then maybe I'll even have to do it every 2 months depending on my well itself. You don't want that iron to get past, right, and go into your UV light filtration system, because again, it's going to be sediment in there. What can happen is the UV light actually won't be able to kill the bad bacteria that's inside there, right? It can kind of hide behind the shadow of the iron, and then you could still have some bad bacteria inside your water. So again, this all depends on your own well. Make sure you're, observing what it looks like, and then you can kind of base it off of your own particular well. but it's pretty easy just to kind of switch this up. Now again, me saying this, telling you guys, maybe get some paper towel, all that stuff to kind of wash this up. Again, it's all over my hands and all that stuff, so I'll take a some cleaning to this thing, kind of wipe that all down. Again, I can't really wash my hands, so good thing from learning from this is maybe have some water on deck for you, so then you don't have all this clay, all this iron, whatever this is, you know, there's all the sediment that is getting sucked up from the groundwater. Pretty simple. Just place this down through here, place that up in there, and I'm just going to start turning this on so I can hold this still where you want it facing you, all that good stuff. Start tightening it that way. So once you get kind of tight like that, hand tightened, all that good stuff, what you want to do, just want to grab that same thing that we used before, put her back up in through here, and pull it the other way. So at some point, as you guys can see there, you can't tighten it anymore, so it's not like you can over tighten this or there's a tighten spec on it. I can't tighten that anymore, right? So that's all tight, just right up there. So what you can do, and what I'm gonna do, again, decent amount of water came out. Good thing I opened that tap up there too, but you can see the sediment that kind of inside this. That plastic was already in here before. But yeah, you can kind of see that sediment that's inside of that gross looking filter right there, all that stuff. Pretty grimy, so it's good that you changed this. That's it. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go upstairs, I'm gonna open the cold valve so that there's no like air bubbles that kind of get locked into there, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna open that up on my sink. That. So there you go, you can hear the water kind of going all through, all that good stuff. Pressure start to go down, all that good stuff, that's fine. Right, so the pressure will start to die because I have that faucet upstairs, but that's basically it. So again, you guys can see, make sure this isn't leaking, the gasket's not messed up, any of that good stuff. Because again, you don't want to make sure, you don't want that 50 pounds, right? And that was only probably 40 PSI. You imagine like 50 pounds of pressure leaking into your basement, it's gonna fill your basement pretty quick, right? So at some point my pump is gonna basically turn on here, and you know, probably about a minute just based off the pressure there, but that's basically how you change your filter. It's pretty easy, just like that. So it's pretty easy just like that. I also have another filter on the other side. So over here I also have another filter which I can change out too, which I will probably right after this video. Anyways, hopefully that helped you guys out. If it did, like up. If you have any questions, let me know. As always, playing off with some music.
Oh my God.